Morning. I think I'm live. Oh, she never knows. Let me just okay, cool. Good morning. I think I'm live. So yeah, I'm gonna say hi. Let me see. Okie dokes. What are we doing? Okay. Okay, just some stuff coming up on my thing. Possibly not the right time to do this. Anyway, good morning. Sorry. Hi. Okay, so at the moment, all I can see is where it says hi, Laura. So I'm not seeing who actually is commenting, which is annoying. I'm going to have a little look. For some reason. Oh. Okay, let's. Oh, sorry about that. Morning, Nancy. Right, okay, well, anyway, I'm going to put my chat up as well so that I can see, because I don't like not being able to see what everybody's up to. But good morning, how are we all doing? Okay, so I've tried to go across a couple more platforms this time. So I've kind of gone into my crafty page, and I've gone into my Unit U. I'm on my YouTube, and I should be also on my crafty chat group as well. So let me just pop onto YouTube. But hi, everybody. Hang on. Okay. Hi, Debbie. Hi. Okay, so I can just see a few people saying hi. At the moment, it's just saying Facebook user, so I can only. I'm going to go into my Facebook so I can see, because it's very annoying not being able to see otherwise. But good morning. How are we all doing today? I do have a good frothy coffee. It's from Manchester today. It's a double latte. Double latte macchiato with an extra shot. You know, splashing out. So right, I can see me here. Right, morning, Sue. I can see Sue. I can see Mandy. I can see Sharon. Hi, everyone. I don't know if it's possible for you to, if there's something for you to do where you can actually show your name. Some people are showing their name, some people aren't. I don't know why. It's no big deal. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to know who's talking. But yeah, good morning, everybody. So today, what we're going to do now, I've been feeling a little bit like I've been doing a bit of jewelry lately, so I kind of feel like I want to go back to doing a little bit of alcoholing today. I want to just go back to doing a good old-fashioned alcoholing picture, just sitting down, choosing some colors and seeing what happens. So give me a shout of what colors you think I ought to have a go at doing. I'll go and get some paper in a minute, because, you know, heaven forbid I was prepared. But what I'm going to do is my catch up as always, and tell you what we've been up to this week, what we've got planned coming up, and then I will get my alcohol inks out, and I'm just going to have a little play. So, you know, please let me know what colours you think I should do, and we'll have a little take it from there. I'm just clearing some rubbish up off my desk, because I've got lots of crap on my desk. What have we been up to? I'll come over here with the rest of the gang. It doesn't appear to be a link to show names. Given permission to Restream to access Facebook, do you have a link on Restream you can share? Let me have a little look. Thank you, Sue. Well, it comes up with this message, Sue. It says social comments display here. Click on. Let me show you the message. Social comments display here. Click on them to discover or show to showcase on screen. Oh, no, that's not the helpful one. It does come up with a message. I don't know how. Hang on, let me just see if I can get help to get. Oh no, that's like a proper do you need help situation. Well, we'll see. It's no big deal. I just can't see who it is for the moment. So it's just a tiny tad annoying, but it's okay. We can cope with it. Okay, so right. I can see a few people shouting out some colours, which is absolutely great. So let's have a little look. We've got yeah, do you have to give him permission to there doesn't appear to be a link to show names. Do you have a link on Reshoot Stream you can share? I'm not 100% sure. It comes up with it saying invite people, but then when you go to invite them, it doesn't really let you. And for some reason, some people I can see and others I can't. So it's just a little bit confusing. It doesn't take a lot to confuse me. We know this, but it's just a little bit more confusing than normal. But it's okay. It's no big deal. I'm just seeing if there is any kind of setting that I'm not aware of. Here, it just doesn't really tell me, which is very annoying. We'll work it out next time. But it doesn't matter. We'll work it out next time. I can't see anything obvious right now, but that's okay. I'll just work out who's talking to me and who isn't. And we'll take it from there. So good morning to everybody. Last time I was able to see some of you, like Mandy and that. I saw your names come up. So I don't know why I can't see them come up today. Oh, well, anyway, we'll work it out. Okay, so what have I been up to? First of all, let me get the boring bits out of the way. It's not boring. I just like to share my ups and what I've been doing. So I'm going to very carefully move this so that I can have a clean sheet. So I can switch out of camera and show you what I'm up to. So there we go. Get rid of that. So what have I been up to? Let's have a little look-see, shall we? We'll bring in the extra camera and we will make this. Come on. And then I'm going to do a switch. Ha! Look at me getting technical. Come on, guys. Those who know me know. Give me a little bit of kudos for that. Little things, okay, people, little things. So, hi, Jill. I love it when you use black because it's so full of colour. Why? Oh, I see. Hi, Penny. You've been doing. Oh, so Nancy, you've been doing some. Why isn't it showing me? Okay, so Nancy, you've been doing some air dry clay for some pockets. I plan using for air plants. That sounds amazing. Right, it is very impressive. I'm impressed with myself for this. Okay, what have I been up to? First of all, I have been doing a little bit of chainmail prep because I've got brand new chainmail series starting, not the Monday coming up, but the Monday after. So Monday the 15th of May, I've got brand new chainmail workshop coming up. So I've been making some jump rings because for the first time, I am actually offering kits to go with the workshop. So I will be making kits up to go with the workshops. As an extra, it's an alternate. You don't have to have the kits. There's two options on there. There's the kits, and then there's the workshops only. All workshops, as you know, come with a recording. So I'm just looking for my pieces. All workshops, as you know, come with a recording. Oh, they're in here. They're like right here. They come with a recording plus a picture guide. So what I've got here, I knew that'd be you. So kudos, right? Look at Laura getting all technical. I can get even a little bit more technical. Look. Let's just see what I'm up to. I might like switch it around like that. I prefer that way. And what else can we do? What else can we do? What else can we do? We can do this. Let's have. Oh, did something to the chat. Let's see what everyone's saying, shall we? Oh, look, people could talk. Guys, it's just such little things. I've been paper crafting again, but I'm sat watching you whilst crocheting a border on a little scrap blanket. Oh, that's nice. The only thing that's annoying me about this is that I can't see who's talking, and it is annoying me. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, I nearly hang on. Okay, we'll stop pressing stuff, Laura. Right, hang on. Right, so this I just thought was quite cute, but I'll take that away. So what have we got coming up? So week 1, we have the Ocean Waves workshop, which is coming up on the 15th. I've got my little pot there because that's what I've been doing my stuff on. Hang on, oh, show, there we go. Cool. Right, so look, I'm just going to say thanks, Sue. Kudos. Thank you. We've got, what else have we got? We've got been paper crafting again. So that's Mandy. I knew that was you because I know you've been onto your paper crafting. Scrap. Oh, that's cool. So yeah. Hi, Isabel. Having a sit after clearing my closet. Oh, amazing. So yeah, we've been up to lots of fun stuff then. Well, I've been, as I said, making some jump rings and setting some workshop dates. I've got my chainmail series is up and running on my workshop now, on my website, sorry. And we have got here, this is week 1, as I said. Now these have all been handmade, these jump rings. Look at me getting cool with a bit of pink. Those who know me know I'm not really a pink person, so this is like huge for me. But yeah, this is the Ocean Waves chainmail weave, which is a really lovely starting weave for the workshop. I feel get us all sort of ease us all in gently. So this is 1. Then week 2, we have the Rondo, which I just love this weave. It's a statement, but it's so nice and it's got a lovely fluidity to it. So this is week 2. Rondo is actually a hybrid of the Helms and Byzantine weave. So yeah, we've got that one there. So that's week 2. Then we have week 3. Now again, made all of these jump rings. All of these, you can see the leftovers are here. All of these jump rings. So this is the Kinged Vipera Berus. So this is a really, really gorgeous week 2. In fact, yeah, Nancy, it is, isn't it? It's really beautiful. And again, being worn, that's going to just have a lovely statement, and it's going to be great. I also think as a if you wanted to have it as like a neckline piece, you could wear it like this and then have you know, your statement pendant or something from it. So yeah, definitely cool, right? But yeah, I do like this one. It's a really cool one. And then yeah, so then you have week 3, which is the Kinged Vipera Berus. And this one I just basically thought I'd have a bit of a play about with some coloured wire and making my own jump rings out of them. And it really helps, I think, for you to see the detail of the weave. So yeah, we've got that one there. Would it be easier for you if we add our names on our comments, or now can you see the names? I can't see your names. I mean, if you could add your names, that would be amazing, but I also don't want to put any extra work on you. You know, have to say who you are. But it's just annoying because it wasn't doing this last week. And I'm not quite sure why it's doing it now. But it's okay. I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's just a bit frustrating. So what have we been up to as well? Do you remember this was the amber piece that we finished off the week before, a couple of weeks ago? So I really love how this one turned out. I can't remember if I finished it off on the actual live or if I started it and then continued to finish it off. But morning, I can't see who. If people are adding on mornings, I can't see, but that's okay. Yeah, so this is the piece that I did. I finished it off anyway. So this is the reversible, and this is a chunk of amber. This is set nice and solidly in here. But yeah, I really love how this one sort of turned out. It's all bare copper. The other one, we saw this one. This is the finished spinner. And then I found this one on my desk. I don't know if I showed you this one, but this is tourmaline. And these are non-drilled tourmaline shards almost. We can see everyone's names in the comments. Yeah, you can on Facebook, Jill, but on my, let me show you what I've got. Let me just, no, it doesn't work like that. Let me just switch these. So when comments come up, Jill, you'll see what I'm seeing in a moment, because what this does is it kind of brings everybody's comments together rather than me having to kind of look at all the different locations. So everybody's comments from wherever you're posting, whether it be YouTube or a Facebook group or a Facebook page, comes up collectively. I just see that it's Facebook or YouTube. So you can see now I've just put the chat to come up in the side so you can see what I'm talking about. And you see how it says Facebook user. So that's how it's coming up for me. Yeah, so that it's fine. It's not a problem. It can just be a little bit I just don't know who's talking to me, that's all. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so this is the tourmaline piece. I absolutely love how this piece came out. I was really chuffed with this, and it was a challenge because these 3 pieces are all just literally held in by the wires. But yeah, I really love how this came out. So this will be going up onto my website soon because it does need to find a new home. But I really just love how that came out. Last week we were doing the dragon's eye, and I said, oh yeah, no, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to touch this until the week after. Oh, thank you, Jill. I love you. Thank you, Jill, for putting your GLW. I love that. So I'm sorry, but I just had to have a play about with it. I was really sort of playing about with it and seeing how it would turn out. I did end up removing 2 of the petals because they kind of came up a little bit high. Let's see if I can show you because I took a picture of it before I decided to do that. Let me just check my gallery quickly. So you can see here, this was it initially, and I had the petals that I made on the first one that kind of were up here. So can you see what I mean? I think I definitely prefer it without them. It was just the way that I kind of formed it, and it kind of came together. I just didn't like those 2 extra petals, so I ended up just kind of folding them and just tucking them in the back just there. That's the petals. But yeah, so this is the dragon's eye piece that we kind of were umming and ahhing about last week. Do we or don't we put it into the design? But everyone was like, yeah, no, just do it. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I just really quite like him. I think it's cute. Yeah, I love how it came out in the end. So Jill, I'm going to be doing a dragon eye workshop. I've just got to set a date for it. To set your dragon eyes into a proper dragon eye setting. You think you think, hang on, I'm going to show that. I agree with you, Mandy. I definitely prefer it without those extra petals. I just felt it was a little bit too much up, and it just looked a little bit out. I ummed and ahed about whether or not to fill this in with weaving, but I actually think I quite like that contrast of detail. I think it could get a little bit too much. So yeah, I just had a bit of fun with this, and I actually really love how it turned out. And that's the whole point of these. That's the whole point of these lives, almost, is for me to have a little play about and a little experiment, because you don't learn otherwise, do you? But yeah, I really love how this turned out. So yeah, do you fancy joining me, Jill? Because I definitely hang on. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be doing how to actually properly set. Let me see. 2 seconds. If I can put my hand on it, I will. If not, I will come back and not spend long faffing. But I have got, let me just having a quick look. I am here. I'm just seeing if I can put my hands on my dragon eye pieces. No, bear with me. I am still here. Say hi to everybody. Oopsie. Oh, I love that though. One day I'll learn to label things properly and be prepared. But that day is not today. look at what we've got. So the whole box of them. Oh, don't say yes! First of all, right, I'm pleased because look, past Laura, Dragon Eyes. I did label it. Oh, amazing, Jill. All right, I will get looking because I'm going to be looking at showing. Don't panic, maybe not as complex as this, but something like this. But these were ones that I have done with pre-made Dragon Eyes, so I would actually be putting my own Dragon Eyes into them. Yeah, we've a few of them in here. So we've got that one. They're all a bit tangled up. That's no big shock to anyone who knows me. I know. But I've got a couple of different ones. Love using like the coloured wires. Got this one here. This one, I think I've got it so you can wear it either direction. You can wear it however you feel. But yeah, we've got that one there. And we've got this one. It's like a wraparound piece. So it kind of goes like this. And it goes all the way around like this. I mean, we won't be doing anything sort of as mental as this. This is like a day's worth of work. But, you know, once you get the foundation of how you can get that eye, how we can frame it, how we can get that eye shape, then you can do whatever you fancy. I've got one here that's on a copper. I've got more. I've got so much more. And then we've got a few in here. What we've got in here. So we've got like fun little sort of sample ones like this. And I mean, even simple designs like this one. Anyone else get their stuff all get contaminated like that? That's just so simple. It's just a cage cabochon, but it's effective, you know. Or you can have it set into like a focal piece. I don't love the eye on that one. These were again all kind of pre-made ones, but yeah. So we can have a field day with these. I even got one that I've kind of made up out of metal. I love how this one turned out. The collar, oh, thank you, Debbie. Yeah, I did love how this kind of came out, and it's, oh, you need to send pictures of your work to the BBC and film companies. Oh, thank you. Well, maybe I should, yeah, maybe get myself out there. I absolutely love working with these. I just want to sit down and create all the time. I had a piece that I did actually sell it, and I loved it, and I put like seed beads in with it as well, and really gave that extra detail. So yeah, I definitely need to get sort of looking, don't I? But yeah, so that's the Dragon Eye. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing a workshop for that. Realistically, it's going to be June. I'm thinking realistically, I'll probably put a shout out what people would prefer, whether they want a Saturday or a Sunday, maybe. I'm just looking. I mean, maybe go for like probably about the 17th. Maybe about the 17th of June. I think might be a good Saturday the 17th. I might pencil that in. So if you're interested, thank you, Jill. Yeah, if you're interested, I think I'm penciling that in for around about the 17th of June, I reckon. Oh, you can't do weekends. What can you do, Isabel? Can you do a Friday? What about Friday the 16th of June? Could you do that? I've also got this one here. I mean, to be honest with you, a weekday is probably better for me. So like the Friday, yeah, the Friday would work for me. Friday the 16th. So maybe we'll look at Friday the 16th of June. Let's pencil that in there and see if we can do that. Then we have the donuts. So go nuts for donuts. I love this. It's not quite reversible, but you know, it's just as pretty on the other side as it is on that side. Friday's better for you. Okay, brilliant. So, okay. Well, how about ladies, you pencil in Friday the 16th of, let me write it down. 16th. If I write it on my pad, those who know me know if it's written on my pad, it's official. Dragon eyes. Okay, so that will come with a recording, but it probably won't come with a picture guide because the thing with the dragon eyes is it's your own interpretation. But I can certainly maybe give a little bit of a weave guide to go in it or something. I could maybe do some kind of loose guideline maybe. So Friday, dragon eyes, and also on Wednesday the 31st. Oh, God, Laura. 31st of May, I will be doing a resin day. And we will be doing on that day some techniques. Let's see if I've got any in here. Sort of playing about with adding alcohol inks to the resin, getting a really cool coloured effect, how to kind of create this kind of technique. I have got better samples, but this is just the one that I could put my hand on very quickly whilst I was searching. It's one on my desk somewhere actually as well. So yeah, we'll be playing about with how to sort of create your own resin, and how to get these lovely effects. And there is a piece on my desk somewhere. It's just, where did you put it, Laura? Tis over. No one else get that. It's just like it's always the same. It's always Inspector Gadget. You know? Inspector Gadget. Sorry. So again, like this. You can create your own kind of little cabochon effect. This has just been on my desk. Got a little bit. It needs a bit of a wipe. But yeah, so we will be doing that. Plus, I'm going to be doing how to add foil and cling film into your designs, as well as how to make rain. How to make raindrops as well, raindrop effect, which is really cool, adding micas and so much more. So those are 2 dates to remember. They're not up on my website yet. Give me until tomorrow and they will be up on my website. So yeah, there's that. And this, I just found this on my desk. I loved how this one came out. It's so cute. Okay, so that's the boring stuff out of the way. So I'm going to grab myself some alcohol and paper very quickly. Oh, stuff is falling at me. Stuff is falling all around me. Let me just grab some my paper. Oh, there you are. Right, I've got a couple of pieces. This is quite big. So I haven't done a big piece of paper, like a big piece of work for a while. Excuse my desk. It's just the only way to kind of get all of this on. This is a 12 by 12 12 by 12 graphics paper. So let's go. Let's shout some colours out. Let's have a little play about. Now, I know black was mentioned. So let's get some black. What other colours? Just go into my ink stuff. Right, so I've got some pitch black. I've got some of this. Some more of my stuff. So let's shout out some colours, shall we? I did some more drawing as well. I'll show you that in a moment. Raspberry. Ooh, Isabel. Very specific there. Raspberry. We do raspberry. I can do raspberry. Let me just top up my rubbing alcohol. Spilt it. Ah. So we can go onto the paper, it'll be fine. Right. Raspberry. Teal to go with the black. Green. Ooh. Okay. Sue, are you still here? Question mark. If you are, I just want to show you a picture that I did. I don't know if you are though. If you are, give me a thumbs up or something. I just wanted to very quickly show you some stuff I did over the weekend. I sketched a little bumblebee. It's not brilliant, but I was trying to go for like a different angle. So you know how I often go with like the sort of side view. He was just a little sketch, and I think he came out quite cute. So I sketched him. Now we also did the in the Crafty Incas group, we did the workshop session I showed you last time for the kind of neuro doodles, and then I did doodles into that as well. Last week Emma and I did have our creative session, and we actually created this as our creative session. So you know, last week Emma joined me, so we sat down and we created this, which I thought was really fun. I really enjoyed doing that, and it has got silver metallics. So this is all silver, not white. So I thought I'd go for something a bit different. Then I had a little play about. So I did this one on the evening. So I did this with our little creative play session. And I wanted to try something different. So this was on my Bristol board paper that I got in one of my scroll art boxes. And I used marker pens on this to get the blend plate of donuts again. Thank you, Mandy. Always a joy. Always a joy. No, you're absolutely right. It's a plate of donuts, but they're pretty donuts, right? And I used the watercolor pencils that I got in the scroll art box. I think, remember, I opened it, didn't I, in the morning? I could do a little bit better, but I still like it for as it was. So this was done with marker pens. So I really love how it's now it's settled. The blends have come out really pretty. And I wanted to add a little bit of white doodling into it as well, just to give it a bit of contrast. I also curveballed a bit with this and went in with some slightly different shapes. I really like how it turned out. My daughter literally looked at it and was like, no, Mum, I don't like the edges. But that's just because her brain didn't like it. And that's absolutely fine. And so then I did another one using the same idea, still some of the hexagons, but a little bit more subtle. And this one I wanted to just blend. So I wanted to just take a selection of colours and kind of fade them into each other. Now it's very mixed opinions over which one's preferred. I lean more towards this one. I like the blended gradient, but a couple said this one. A lot of people said they preferred the blended, but also I love how adding the white just really I really played with the white a lot more on this. It's absolutely a compliment. I see expensive gourmet. Hang on, I'm gonna have to show this one. First of all, we all need a Mandy in our life. Thank you, Mandy. And then we've got this one. It's absolutely a compliment. I see expensive gourmet donuts. To be fair, I do love donuts. So yeah, so this one or this one. So tell me, what do you think? Do you prefer the gradient or do you prefer the pop of color? So yeah, that's what we did. And then I had a little play with just changing the shape altogether and just doing a ton of the same shape. And do you know what I used to actually get that shape? My little lip balm that I got. Is this Body Shop? Don't know if it was Body Shop or if it was in a subscription box, I think. But yeah, so I just use this lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. And tonight, blended. I love the blended one best. Yeah, blended for me. I like the rounded edges. See, it's what the question is it because it's the rounded edges or is it because of the color? So I mean, so I almost need to do one like this and have it, or one like this and have it blended and see if it has the same effect. But yeah, so this is the project that I played about with, again, just using it slightly different. Jill, you're joining us tonight, aren't you? Or did you say you're not sure? I can't remember. So if you are part of the Crafty Incas Club, Nancy, I know you are if you're still here. We're doing, I'm going to sit and have a little play about making something like this tonight on the creative session, which will be 7 to 8:30. So yeah, let me know if you it's the colours for you. Yeah, it's the colours for me, I think. But yeah, so that was those anyway. So yeah, if you're on the Crafty Incas tonight, 7 until work it out, Laura, 8:30, hour and a half. So this was what my daughter did. We went to a place called Wimberble Lake. Oh, amazing. We went to a place called Wimberble Lake, which is out in Dulverton, because we went away for the weekend. And Kayla took my sketch pad, you know, my little one that I created with my work and stuff in it. And Kayla decided to bless me with this page. So thank you, Kayla Jane. I do love her little darling, though. It's so cute. And I had a very brief, quick doodle whilst I was sat having a coffee, or a peppermint mocha I actually had, because it was colder than you realised. And I just had a little play about with a bit of black paper for once. I'll see if I can take this without anything on the background. So yeah, I had a little play about just a bit of black paper and just doodled a little bit. I probably would do a bit more, but the husband was home and he was like, come on, Laura, let's go. So, but yeah, I actually really quite enjoyed using the white on the black. It's not something I ever really do. You don't have as much control with a white pen as you do with a with the blacks, just because there's a thickness. You can't control the thickness. With the black pens, obviously you can go up and down in the sizes, but with the white it's one size only. But I love the contrast, and I just thought I'd have a bit of fun. So yeah, that was what I got up to art wise for the weekend. Okay, so we've come back. We've got black. There was a request for a teal. Clover's quite tealy. And mermaid. And then there was a request for a raspberry. I do actually have the colour raspberry. Just got to find it. Bear with me. Are you raspberry? Watermelon, gumball, crimson. We've got pitch black. Which one? I think maybe clover for this. Or what are you? Yeah, we'll go clover. And then raspberry. I have a raspberry. So, thank you. Yeah, I think that's what I like about it, Mandy. I like the fact that it's got that kind of fluidity to it, hasn't it? Right, so let's put these back quickly. My little attempt at organisation. Now, let's have a little play. Let's see what comes up, shall we? Oh, there you are. I knew I was missing a marker pen. Right. So, puffer. Let's see. I'm not going to think this over. I'm not going to overthink this. I'm just going to see what happens. See what we do. So we have raspberry. Raspberry. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm going to go with clover for my green. I'm going to add the black in a moment. I'm just going to give these a little mix and see what happens. It's been ages since I've sat and actually just done some kind of inking like this, you know, so it's quite nice. Let me put my jump ring tool over there. See what happens. Can you let me know if it cuts out the sound of the hairdryer or not? Because normally it does, but I'm not sure if it will. So let me know. Can you hear the hairdryer going? Well, I just don't really want to think about this. I'm just going to see what happens. Let's see where we go with this. Worst case, if it goes really wrong, I can always have lots of bookmarks. And my paper isn't as flat as it could do with doing, but we'll see. I'm holding back on the black a moment because I know that black is very overpowering. So I don't want to add it in too soon. Let's see what happens. I can hear it a little bit, but not too much. Oh, fabulous. Thank you, Mandy. Faintly in the background. Ah, that's fab. As long as you can hear what I'm saying still. Oh, I put caramel in the milk, like salted caramel, but I didn't think I put that much in, but it is sweet. Very sweet. Okay, so let me think where I might want to add a dash of black and a dash of literally just the smallest bit. Let's see what happens. So I'm switching between the two because you get different looks depending on what you're using. And it depends, one, on the look that you want, and two, on the how much you want to move that ink about. You don't always necessarily want to move it around too much. I love mixing it up with both, really, because I love the effect that you can get. Now the black is really great with like your blues and your purples, because it really does have that lovely undertone. So you can see here, I don't know if you can see, I think you can see it here, how it's, I'll come up closer. That black has picked up and enhanced that purple and teal and that blue colour. So I love how it can kind of mix. So I'm going to turn it around a moment now, I think, and work on this side. Oopsie, hello green. And see what we can do here. So yeah, just a little bit of an update. Yeah, the workshops are live on my website for the chainmail, and you can either do them weekly or you can buy the whole block. If you buy the whole block, you get one for free. If you wanted to do them weekly and you paid for 7, you'd get the 8 for free as well. So, you know, you don't have to pay for it all up front. It is an option to do it that way as well. And all will come with a with or without kit option. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And I will put on the resin workshop, which is 31st of May, day after my husband's birthday. And then I will put on the Dragon Eye workshop, which will be Friday the 17th of June, which I'm excited for. So I'll get all of that up. What else have we got going on? Oh, I've got a new piece out in the new Bead and Jewelry magazine, a new project. So go check that out. Chainmail piece. And I'm working on another piece to submit to them today. That's exciting. What else? We've got the royal party on Saturday, our royal party. The downside is that apparently it's going to be raining. That ruins my plans a little bit, but we'll see. We'll just have to have it inside. I'll have to be the royal inside party. Is what it is. And then Sunday will be my son's rugby presentation thing. So I will be we'll be going to that on Sunday afternoon. And then it's another bank holiday. So that'll be quite cool. So here you'll be able to see why I kind of switched them up a bit. So you have to control, if you're using the hairdryer, just have to control it a little bit more than if you're using the air puffer. Now the question as well is, do I add a metallic? I always love a bit of sparkle. I don't like rough edges. I need to start blending this out around the edges now and get that softer kind of look. Because like for me, I don't love this real sharp edging. Can you see? So I need to start to give it a little bit more flow now. So I may add just a smidge of my green in, just in there. You might hear this because it's going faster, but it's cooler. So it's not going to dry the inks as much or as quickly. It's just a bit faster, so it gives more noise. Let's soften that down a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to say that this will be finished. It's just a kind of a little, you know, I don't want to rush it. It is quite a big area to work on as well. I like to have that kind of softer blown out edges. And that's why I tend to lean towards this, the drier more. I just like the effect. So you can really soften. Those edges out. We'll just keep going a little bit. And then my hands are probably getting in the way a little bit, but you know. I just love the colour this pink and blue make together. A really lovely shade of purple, bluey violet. I'm just going to work gently on blending this out a little bit, getting it a little bit more connected. Yeah, what is everyone else's plans for the weekend? You up to anything fun? What have we got? So tomorrow is a quieter day, catching up on stuff, getting the house ready, and then ready for the barbecue. No, it's not barbecue, sorry, tea party on Saturday. And then Sunday the presentation, and I think we're going to need Monday to recover from it all, to be honest. And then yeah, back to sort of normality next week after. The chainmail workshop, by the way, is going to be running for 2 weeks, then have a week off, thanks to yes another bank holiday, and then start running properly in June. Just because, you know, 3 bank holidays in May. It is great, don't get me wrong, but it's a bit of a pain sometimes as well. My kids had Tuesday off as well because it was a school strike. You remember last week they had Thursday off last week, and they got Tuesday off this week. So we had a bit of a weekend down the cottage, which was nice. Nothing mental. We went to Wimbleball Lake, as I said, and a little chill. It was quite nice. Caravan this weekend to chill. Pair of manic grandsons Saturday and Sunday, and a visit to my eldest son in Bournemouth. Oh, so you've got a bit of a busy week coming up then. Sounds nice though. It's nice to be busy. It's nice to have fun, isn't it? Like, I'm actually really looking forward to Saturday, just to have everybody around, make some cocktails up, good old-fashioned sort of sandwiches and cakes, you know. Yeah, fun times. I'm just breaking this up a little bit. So what I was finding, it was too much flat colour. So I'm just building this up a bit. I'm not adding any more black because can you see how that black can move across? So I'm just kind of putting this into sections and kind of just connecting it, seeing how it blends across. I could add more colour in a minute, but for the moment I'm just going to see how this comes across because there's a lot of ink on here. Every time you kind of pick it up and move it, you you dilute it down almost. But I don't want it to be too pigmented, so let's see how it comes out. I can always add more. I'm just going to see what happens. Quite therapeutic as well doing something like this. So I'm really not thinking about it too much. I'm literally just looking at areas that I think look a little bit too flat, like here, quite a flat colour. So I quite like that. I can then just chuck a little bit of rubbing alcohol onto that and just move that about a little bit and just create some texture into it. And obviously, we know I don't like those sharp edges, so I've got to kind of give it a bit of a soften out on the edge here. This is where you get that kind of cool effect. Oh, that's what I was going to say whilst we're here. The Crafty Inkers Club will be doing flowers on as their May workshop. So we'll be doing flowers. I'll find it quickly for you to see. Oh, there's one. Perfect. Like this. So this is what we're going to be doing in the May workshop, because every month, part of Crafty Inkers, you get a 3-hour workshop and then 2 creative sessions where we kind of recap what we did in the workshop. And that way, if you're not able to catch the workshop, you can kind of catch up on one of the creative sessions and we kind of go over any issues or anything. It's just fun. Nothing planned for the weekend, but everyone will be home, so that'd be nice, Mandy. Oh, that sounds fun. I love the way black is blending in with the other colours. Thank you. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And so you see, I only put 2 little sections, and even there, that's really intense black. So by just moving it about, it just moves in. You see just how do you get that kind of, it goes from being really flat to having that movement. I'm going to move it around here a bit, just work on this section now. And the good thing about this paper is it's really easy to clean. So if you do accidentally get any that you don't want on there, you can wipe it. It's really good for something like that. I love it when you can kind of do a piece where it doesn't matter what angle you have it. It's not got a set direction. It's kind of like your choice or the owner's choice. Someone else did that. It's literally moving it with the hairdryer. Let me just get that. As I said, this is just the nicest, most relaxed way I find to kind of do something like this. Just really don't overthink it. Just move those inks about. Really lovely combination of colours, by the way. Thank you, ladies. I do love this, the black and the green and the purple, or that raspberry. It's a really lovely combination. I can start working on moving this black down a little bit now and getting that these colours to blend in a little bit. And just kind of here. If you see any kind of shapes you just don't really like the look of, and you could just kind of come in, and the closer you get, the quicker you can kind of dry those lines more how you want them to dry. When you do that, can you see the way the colour just comes out of it? It was interesting actually. Easter Monday, I did a watercolour class in Dolverton in the library. I've been wanting to do it for ages, but I'm just never there on a Monday. Because it was Easter Monday, I happened to be there, so I was able to attend. And he never uses black. Like I said to him, do you use black? Because he kept saying, right, okay, I want you to take some blue, and I want you to take some, what was it, blue, possibly red, um, blue and purple. I don't know, blue and purple it might have been. But he was like, I want you to mix these together. And I said, it's like you can put more blue in it to make a really dark, almost black. And I was like, do you ever use black? And he's like, no, I never use black. I always mix my own because and that's when he said, he said black is made up of blue, orange, possibly purple. I don't know. Which is how they get a black, which is absolutely makes sense. And when we say when you work with alcohol inks, is that you do get those colors, those mixtures. So when I was drawing that through then, I could see almost orange tones coming through. I hold it up here. It's not orange, but you can almost see how it could turn orange. And that blue is from this black. So it's really interesting how they kind of come up with these colors. And when you break it down with the ink, with the rubbing alcohol, that's when you get the colours start to come out and break up and give you even more colours. See that blue come out then? I just think it's really fascinating. And it's interesting how how this has gone from, it didn't look great at the beginning, but I try not to panic about things like that, and I just sort of see what's going to happen and work with it and let it evolve. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but this is what I can see, those orange tones trying to come out of the black here. So just want to get that kind of soft blended. Now, if I was using a cheaper paper or more paper-like paper, because this is a plastic paper. It is actually called graphic plastic paper. It really is easy to clean up. But I know, just looking at it, that those colours underneath there, if this was on like a Yupo, possibly even a Nara, they would stain. And sometimes you've got to make a little area for the alcohol to kind of go, for the inks to go. If there's no rubbing alcohol there, it's got nowhere to go. That's when you get those blunter lines. You've got purples. I don't know whether I want to add a little bit more black in. I've kind of lost the drama of the black, but it has added the look. I think I quite like it. You can see the orange. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? So I'm just going to kind of work on toning. What do we think so far? Are we liking it? Are we hating it? I don't mind. You can be honest. Everyone has their opinions. I like how it's turning out. It's not finished, not by a long shot. It's going to need a little bit of working. And this is probably one that I would sit and just probably spend about an hour just moving sections of the ink. Because one thing with working with alcohol ink, some of you may know, is that with every move you do, you're making a change to everything. So it's not like when you add a layer of paint or you think, oh, I'll just add an extra bit of paint there. Alcohol inks don't work like that, every time I add rubbing alcohol to it, it's going to change elements of the picture. So I might do something that may affect a piece I've done previously, and then I've got to go back and change that. Like here, I want this to be a bit more blended. So, it's one of those. Let's see, the green just ran away. Now, the question as well is, do I add metallic? kind of feel giving hydrangea vibe. Fluffy. It's fluffy. Fluffy. I just love that. Sorry. That's brilliant. Oh, love the depth that the softened black gives. It does, doesn't it? Um, fluffy. Gio, that's hilarious. I just love that. And then we've got that it's given hydrangea vibes. Looks good. Thank you, Nancy. I think metallic is always good. Do you know? So do I. My concern with adding, I don't know how to. With adding a metallic. So this is where, if I was going to add a metallic, which I will, what should we go for? Should we go for pinata brass? You can never go wrong with a pinata brass. It's the bestest. It gives you a fluffy feeling. I love that, Joe. I think that's so cute. Oh, do you know what I should have done? Is I should have used my. Do you remember I have my rubbing alcohol that's got brass in it? Let me cure it there. It's running out a little bit now. So there's two ways to add metallics. Literally add metallics and move it, or have it in your rubbing alcohol. When you have it in your rubbing alcohol, it does give a really great effect. Have I got it on here? No, I didn't use it on this one. And it just almost like adds little lines of metallic. So I got some black paper for metallic inks. Hang on, who's saying that? Nancy. Metallic colours were the only thing that saved it. Oh, 100% Nancy. I did a little workshop on metallics back in the crafty when it was in Doodle. I might do another workshop, you know, Nancy. Maybe that'll be my June one. I'll do metallics and black paper, and we'll all sit and we'll have a proper little workshop on it. Because I think it does help to revisit. Yeah, so can you see that if I shake this, and that will give a really cool effect. But I think I want to go ahead and actually add some metallics. So this is going to be a bit, I'm going to completely undo everything I've done so far, because I now need to, again, if I'm adding metallics, it's going to change stuff. I have to kind of move them before they settle. See what happens here. See how you almost have to kind of completely rework everything, because the metallic needs to be added with the rubbing alcohol. So I think if I should have thought it through really and added the metallic a little bit earlier. But that being said, I am not mad about it, because this is a kind of a see what happens piece anyway. So, you know, it's not an issue. I kind of want to have streaks of metallic going through it like that. Ooh, coming across very metallic here for you. Kind of undone everything I was doing, but hey, let's go over here. And then I would kind of just take that time to soften it out and get those edges back that we initially had. You know, it's all workable with a bit of time. I could just add it to one section. I don't think I will. I will add it throughout. It's going to come across on your screen as being probably a lot more metallic than it actually is to my eye, because of the way that it's kind of going. But what do you think? That would be great. Okay, Nancy. Well then, thank you. You've just settled what will be June's workshop for the crafty anchors. We will do a metallic, and I love metallic. So you don't, and it's my birthday month, so why not? Let's just do it. Favorite medium for my birthday month. I'm up for that. Really mixing these colours together now. I can always add a bit more colour intensity if I want to. I was also thinking, I know Jill and Nancy, you're both in here, of maybe doing the May one on a evening, so like 6 till 9. I could even go 7 till 10. I'm just aware of how late it could be for some people, but just think that might be a nice alternative for people that work and have plans on the weekend and stuff. What do we think now? I love how the work evolves as it goes. Not so fluffy now. It's not so fluffy. It's not quite as, you know, it has got that sheen because the camera is like directly above it, but it's not as, let me just do something quickly. That might make a difference. Have a quick look. Is that the right light? See it more in my light now. So this is my light. So you can see it's got that nice shine, but it's not as quite as metallic. This is actually good because this is really giving you a good accurate evening for you is good for me. Afternoon, that's you, Nancy, isn't it? I know that's you without even seeing. I know that has to be Nancy. I was also thinking of that as well, Nancy, because bless you, you know, it is, if it's an early start, so I'm thinking maybe an evening would be nice for a change. So yeah, I'll have a little look at the diary as to what would be a good date to go for. Oh, look at that black coming across. Here comes some drama. And a little splish on you. I really want to get some like streaks of the metallic in there as well. You know? It's funny, like you say, how it changes as you work along with it. Because yeah, it was very blown out and soft and sort of almost flowery. And now I feel like it's a lot more dramatic. But I like it. I like it. We've got that kind of, I don't know if I want to mess with that or not actually. I kind of feel like it's got its orientation. Like for me, I feel like it would be like this, but oh no, look. It's okay, we can fix that. We can fix it if we really try. So I should always have some kind of cleaning product to hand. So, and that is why I love graphics. That reason. I don't mind that being there because I'll work that into it. I'll just have a little look at a moment. So let's see what you said. Evenings are better after 7 minutes. Probably gets home at 6. Okay, well if it would be, it'd have to be sort of 7 till 10. As long as that's not too late, I'm happy to do that. As long as that's not too late for some people, you know, because I never aware at 10 o'clock on an evening might be a little bit too late. But I'll throw it out to the group. I'm definitely not got a problem with doing that. It makes my life a bit easier as well, to be honest. I can't have to do an evening. Just how we're looking right now. I have to be careful that I don't quit too soon. So what do you mean by that, Nancy? Do you mean like as in like when you're doing something that you quit too soon, like as in like as in like this? Do you mean? Um, I'm counting down to my birthday. I'll be 45 in 9 days. Then at the end of the month, on the 27th, it's my 24th wedding anniversary. Oh, amazing! I'm going to show that one. That's amazing, Nancy. Mandy. Sorry, because I was looking at one from Nancy. That's amazing, Mandy. Well, first of all, happy 45th birthday for 9 days' time. But we'll be back on the 11s before that, so that'd be amazing. And 24 years. Wow, fair play. I'll have been with my husband for well, I've been with him for 22 years. We've been married. We'll be married 17 in August, which is mental, isn't it? Not too late for you. Okay, cool. I'll throw it out into the group, Jill, but I think that might be a good option. Quit working for the inks. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's one of those catch 22s. You either go too much. I'm going to do something a bit cool now. You can either go too much and then end up having to do a lot of reworking to kind of save it, or not enough. I think, you've got to go with what feels good for you as a gut, really. I try not to go too much, and then I just work it like, I don't add loads and loads of ink. I will say, like I say, know when to stop sometimes, because I can sometimes go too far. But I think if you set out with a piece and have it as this is my whatever piece, if you're not thinking about it, you end up looking at it really pretty. If you go in with the mind frame of, this is a practice, and whatever, I don't care if it goes wrong or if it's unuseful, because I can turn it over and do something on the back of it, then that's when you end up getting this sort of coolest pieces. So also remember, I've run out of rubbing alcohol. I kind of like how that's come out now. That's where the 27th came from. Hang on, bear with me. That's where the 27th came from. We have been together for 28 years on September 27th. Oh, that's so sweet. It's lovely, isn't it? Well, congratulations to you, Mandy. That's lovely. 28 years. 28 years. It's long, isn't it? It's mad, isn't it, when you think of it like that? If I think of like I've been with my husband for 22 years, like literally half my life. I think it's crazy, but I'm also very lucky as well. We've been together for a long time, got 2 lovely kids, 5 crazy dogs. Not bad. So I'm nearly done with this, and then I'm gonna call it a quit. But I just I've got it in front of me. I might as well just, because I know I won't be able to put it down until I've kind of finished faffing about with these bits. You may not hear, but my dog has just decided to start being woofy, because he's unloved and neglected, and basically doesn't have a blanket. That's what it is. So I just added a little pop of raspberry there, just to give it that little bit more of a pink pop. You have to remember that inks look different when they dry down as well. Let's give that little blending. I think kind of near being done. I've kind of gone. Isn't it interesting how, like you say, when I added the metallic, my mind frame is almost completely flipped as to how I'm approaching this picture. So, like you say, it's gone from being really fluffy, and I have turned the light down, just to clarify. I've turned the light down because you are seeing the colors as they are. This is how I see it. So you're getting a good representation of the colors. 30 years, Jill. Wow, congratulations. Can you hear the dog? That's Blue having a moment of mother. I'm gonna do something a bit more rebellious now. So I'm going to pop that, a bit of that, and a smidge of the black. Let's see what happens. But it went in a different direction. I wasn't quite expecting it to run up my sheet, but that's okay. Because my paper underneath is slightly buckled. And if you go too dark, don't forget you can always lift some of the ink off. Let's see what happens here. I think it might be through the colours, but it just makes me feel like it's almost mermaidy, or you know, it's like something you would find like you've just discovered under the sea, you know, like a mermaid's cave. Makes me think of something like that. Or am I just getting a little bit, being around the inks a little bit too much? Obviously, little disclaimer, if you are using alcohol inks, please make sure you're in a well ventilated area, wear a mask, etc., etc. Just because I know you might be watching this on YouTube or anything else, and you know, I'm not at the moment wearing a mask, but I do have one, and I'm just not wearing one because I can't talk through it. I have got windows open, and I will also go out and get some air in a moment. Feel like that might just need the pop here. You like this pinky section? Yeah, that's because I kind of just added that right at the very end, so you get the vibrancy. When the inks have been moved a lot with the rubbing alcohol, you lose the vibrancy and intensity that you would have gotten initially. So by adding this now, you get that pop of pink again. I really don't know where this is going, but I'm kind of liking it, so I'm just embracing it. My issue is I don't like sharp lines. I like it to be blended. So that's just what I'm taking a moment to do. Have I gone mad? Have I ruined it? Fine if I have. Again, as I said initially, this isn't something that you would get an instant result that you might like. You have to kind of take your time to work on sections. So I've got a real kind of intense colour now, kind of coming up here a little bit. And soften that out a little bit. Get that and sort of softened out, connected. You notice that most of this has been done using my dryer as opposed to using my air puffer. If I wanted to do something where I was maybe intending to doodle into it, I would probably use my air puffer to maybe make more cells, sort of more areas for me to doodle into. But I don't intend to doodle into this, so that's not really a concern for me. And also, if I was to doodle into it, I wouldn't have put metallics on now, and I wouldn't have put the such intense colours. Thank you, Nancy. It's getting there, isn't it? I think it's definitely, I need to kind of balance out this side now. So I almost want to come in with the green, like I have there, and put green there and bring the green around here. That's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Can you see? You can see my mermaid cave. I'm not on my own. Right, so I'm going to be a bit brave now. I'm going to pop you in there. Oh, my dog's driving me nuts. Can you hear him? He's like, me! Yeah, you, Blue. I'm not going to add the black, but I just want that kind of mirror colour. You know, it's a process. It's all going to kind of come together. And kind of connect it all the way along. Remember as well that you would have probably a border around this. So any kind of maybe messy edges would maybe get hidden by a mount if you wanted it to. You could use masking fluid if you wanted to mask any sections, but masking tape wouldn't really work because it would seep underneath it. It's a lot of liquid. I kind of feel like I might want to just kind of start to work in little sections now to connect it together a little bit. So I would take my time and just start connecting it together. Just coming along, kind of bringing it together. Just adding that together so you can see. Wow, it's definitely got that mermaid cave now, hasn't it? So like every time you turn it around, you're going to see different things, different images. So one thing I find I never really do is go all the way to the edges. I always find I end up kind of like leaving negative space. Sometimes it is nice. Let's do it. Let's go to the edge. Let's go off and see what happens. It can kind of work, you know. We can connect that a little bit. Don't forget, this is just me messing about with colours and shades. You could take a paintbrush, you could add detail in that way if you wanted to, either by painting lines with your rubbing alcohol or by literally painting alcohol onto it. Lots and lots you could do. I think I'm going to start to call it a day because I just realised what the time was. But that's what we're going to call it now, I think. Yeah, I'm going to head off now. Nancy, I'll see you tonight. Thank you. I'll hopefully show you this later on. I'm going to continue to work on this because I just got to work on these things. But what do we think? I think this is definitely something I need to work on for about another hour, maybe. I think realistically, because there's lots of areas I kind of want to just work on and soften and blend together. But yeah, what do you think? Thank you. Okay. Oh, thanks, Isabel. Right. Okay. I'm gonna say thank you very much. I just have to, I'll lower that down a little bit. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I will see you next week for a catch up. I'll let you know how my garden party goes, and let you know of any how the cocktails go, and everything else. But whatever you're doing this weekend, have a lovely weekend. Don't forget to keep an eye on my website for any of my workshops. Plus, I'm going to be putting jewellery on there as well if you're interested in any of that. Stay creative, share your makes as well. I'd love to see what you get up to. And yeah, I will speak to you all soon. Thank you very much for joining.